Calaroga Shark Media.
Happy Eclipse Day! I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Just want to thank all the new listeners. Apple Podcasts featured the show, and the program got 5 times as popular last week. So if you're new, welcome. Please hit the follow button on Apple Podcasts so you don't miss an episode Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, it's Eclipse Day. Couple fun facts for you. The moon is busy today. It's going to eclipse not only the sun, but also Venus. Venus will disappear from the sky starting at 12:34 Eastern Daylight Time and reappear at 1:48 p.m. The next occultation of Venus, Europe, September 25. The eclipse begins today and ends tomorrow because of the magic of time zones. As the eclipsed sun rises in the Pacific Ocean and crosses the Line Islands of Kiribati, it'll be April 9th there. This is the longest totality on land in 13 years. Parts of Mexico will experience a totality lasting 4 minutes, 28 seconds. It's the longest since 2010, if you were down in the Easter Islands checking that one out. If you're in Dallas, soak this one in. You won't get another solar eclipse in Dallas until 2345. The last one in Dallas, 1878. This eclipse is part of an alignment known as Saros 139. That alignment will peak in 2186, July 16th in particular, if you want to put it on your calendar. In 2186, the totality will last 7 minutes, 29 seconds off the coast of Brazil. That will be the longest solar eclipse that scientists say will ever occur. This is the second eclipse in just over 6.5 years. If you're in an area in Missouri, Kentucky, and Illinois, they also experienced the Great American Eclipse in 2017. For me, I went down to Nashville to see the one in 2017. It was a perfectly sunny morning. I had a rented car in case the weather was bad, and I was going to drive somewhere in case the weather went sideways. I got beat by one cloud. There was one cloud in the sky and it blocked the eclipse for me. So I am obsessed with seeing this eclipse today. It'll be North America's longest totality since 1806. That one was 4 minutes, 26 seconds on June 16th, 1806 in Salem, Massachusetts. I wonder if they thought witches were involved. You may be able to see Comet 12P Pons Brooks look about 25 degrees northwest of the sun, close to Jupiter. The next solar eclipse in the United States, Alaska, March 30th, 2033. The contiguous U.S., 2 more in 2044 and 2045. And if you enjoy today's eclipse, the same eclipse will happen on May 11th, 2078. That one will have a totality of 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So if you're young enough, you can catch that one. I'll be in my low 100s, but if I'm around, I'm going to make an effort to go see it. Did you enjoy the earthquake on Friday? I know West Coasters are like, yeah, big deal, but those of us in the Northeast, it was a big deal, and it was a big deal for Justin Allen. He was in the middle of getting a vasectomy. Justin said, I thought the doctor was messing with me. He had to stop because everything was shaking. I thought maybe a train was passing or it was something that happens at the office. Even the doctor was like, I think this is an earthquake. I figured he was messing with me, but he had to stop. The doctor put the tools down for a moment, and we talked about how we'd never forget where we were during the earthquake. Alan says, everything turned out great. I feel as good as I possibly can, and the numbing is starting to wear off. New Yorkers had a lot of fun with the earthquake. One person posted on social media, if I die from an earthquake in a Midtown Duane Reade, I'm going to be pretty ticked. The world's oldest man says the secret to his long life is moderation and fish and chips every Friday. John Alfred Tinniswood is 111 and has been confirmed as the new holder of the title by the Guinness Book. This follows the death of Venezuelan Juan Vicente Perez, who passed away recently at age 114. On March 31st, a man in Japan, Jisaburo Sonobe, who passed away at age 112. That makes John Alfred Tinniswood at 111 the oldest man. Born in Liverpool, August 26, 1912, after the sinking of the Titanic. He never smokes, rarely drinks, and follows no special diet aside from fish and chips once a week. Good news for 19 cats who roam the presidential palace in Mexico. The president has declared them to be living fixed assets. That obligates the Treasury to give them food and care for the rest of their lives, even after the president leaves office in October. They asked the cats for a comment. Cats Bowie, Coco, and Olin declined to comment. Nube said, meow. All right, I hope you weren't on this flight. It was a 3-hour flight from New Zealand to Auckland. And a man has been fined 600 Australian dollars. Why, Johnny Mac? He was urinating in a cup during a flight delay. You know, I can kind of understand. I said kinda. Depends how long the delay was. You know, if it's like a 15-hour delay, at some point, hey, can I go to the bathroom here, flight attendants? However, this plane had only been on the tarmac for about 20 minutes waiting for a gate. And then the man did what he had to do and probably could have waited 20 minutes. An eyewitness said the man was obviously quite drunk. Oh, and it gets worse. He spilled the cup on a flight attendant as he left the plane. You're welcome for that visual. Those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, push that follow button. Tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you enjoy me, I also host a podcast called Daily Comedy News, 7 days a week about the comedians. Give that one a shot. It's a nice, friendly show like this one. No cursing, etc. And I'll meet you here on Wednesday. Enjoy the eclipse.